Having money doesn't automatically make you wealthy. If you don't know how to manage it, even a large amount of money can disappear. Money should be a tool you control. But if you can't control your spending, money can slowly start controlling your life. Let's look at the story of a young man who learned this lesson the hard way. One day, he asked his father for his share of the family inheritance. His father gave him the money. Suddenly, he had a large amount of wealth in his hands. For the first time, he felt rich. He had money, freedom, and endless possibilities. He thought, I have money, so I must be rich. But that belief was about to cost him everything. He left his family home and went into the city, ready to enjoy his new life. The city was full of new experiences, new products, new restaurants, and endless things to buy. Because he had money, he started buying whatever he wanted. He spent money on food, entertainment, and expensive experiences without thinking about tomorrow. Soon, he was buying expensive things he didn't even need, simply because he could afford them. More people started coming around him, but many of them were attracted to what he had, not to who he was. He never stopped to ask, how much can I safely spend? He had money, but he had no plan. He wasn't building savings for emergencies or for his future. Everything was going out, and he never learned how to make his money grow. He knew how to spend money, but not how to manage it. Little by little, the money started flowing out faster than he realized. The wallet that was once full was now almost empty. Eventually, the money was completely gone. The wealth he thought would last forever had disappeared. And when the money disappeared, many of the people around him disappeared too. When he had money, he felt surrounded. When the money was gone, he was left alone. Now he had to look for work, not for luxury, but simply to survive. That was when reality finally hit him. Having no money was much harder than he had imagined. One day, he sat alone and looked back at his life, filled with regret. He had no money in his hands, nothing left in his wallet. Everything he once had was gone. He asked himself, how did I lose everything when I once had so much? He started looking back at every decision he had made with his money. Then he realized something important. The problem was never simply having too little money. The real problem was that he never learned how to manage money. Having money and having financial knowledge are two completely different things. If money comes in and everything goes out through spending, the result is simple. Eventually, nothing is left. But when money is managed, saved, and invested, it can gradually grow instead of disappearing. He finally understood his mistake and decided to return to his father's home. This time, he had no money in his hands, but he had learned an important lesson. He returned home and admitted his mistakes to his father. He decided to start again from the beginning. He would work, earn an income, and manage his money differently this time. This time, he wouldn't spend everything he earned. He would create a budget, save money, control debt, and learn about investing before taking action. Little by little, his life became more stable. He was rebuilding his future one step at a time. Before, money controlled his life. Now, he had learned how to control his money. He might not have as much money as he once had, but this time he had something more valuable: financial knowledge and discipline.